Good morning, guys. Can you hear me? All right, great. What the hell is
this? $6, my friend. I think it could fade. I think it's a fake out.
Oh man, this is
Not gonna breach above the VWAP. And this actually could be a good
Bob trades penny stocks. It's kind of funny seeing another trader. He's up $6 on the day. Bob is up $6 on the day. Wait, already? Oh, he's trading DPW pre-market. Okay. Let's see. Here's my channel. I just found a Twitch stream. Bob is trading penny stocks. He's up $6 on DPW pre-market. I think it was DPW. Okay, let's get started. I bought some workhorse yesterday, not after hours, late day, 30,000 shares, about 370, I think. This thing is breaking out. All these green energy and renewable energy and electric theme, they're all really hot right now. And this thing is coming out of a nice 6-month base in higher lows for the past 3-4 months. They have a forward-looking event March 4th where they launch 2 new vans. So I mean, this thing could go. It had a big run last year, went from 90 cents to $5.50 almost. I also bought NIO, which I got stopped out of midday for a small loss, but I rebought in the 420s, and I will probably add today. I mean, the chart looks really good. I think this thing could really go. There was a weird intraday shakeout midday yesterday. A lot of things just dipped hard and then they just bounced. So that's where I got stopped out of NIO on my first initial position. DXCM, this one couldn't care less. It just straight up. SC straight up. This one didn't dip yesterday at all. Zoom dipped a bit. This Ethereum thingy looks good. Viva looks good. Palladium looks good. Verastem, I moved my stop up pretty hard here. Either it goes now or it doesn't. I'm getting tired of holding it. AVLR did undercut the rising 20-day, but yeah, it stopped above the 20-day, so that's a good sign. It's just flagging here really nicely. Alibaba had a little bit of a dip day yesterday, but it's still intact. Still building higher lows, tested the 50-day and closed above it. Tesla had a nice little shakeout. I covered into this shakeout, and I'm using this 917 as the stop for rest of my shares. And I think if this thing closes well today, I may go long again next week. It tried to dip, but it just couldn't. I think this thing could really maybe do something fantastic soon. LK dipped a little bit, found support on the rising moving average here. Plug pulled back a little bit. Fuel cell also a little bit. BLDP. And AYX, technically I got stopped out, but I wasn't at my computer when this big move happened. It went from 155 to 143 in like 30 minutes, and I wasn't at my computer. So I should have got stopped out in the like 147.50s or so, I think. But when I got back, the stock was like here, 146 after it already had dipped, so I just put my stop at the lows of the day. It kind of bounced just above the rising 20-day. Maybe this is just what the stock needs to potentially have a leg higher later. I have some random stuff on my watch list. Not random, but this Labo index or ETF had a nice little bounce and closed unchanged. Looks really good. I'll rebuy it if it takes out 62. KWeb China Internet ETF looks really, really good. Space, I did trade it on the long side early in the day. I locked in some into this move and I got stopped out break even on the rest, and then I didn't touch it the whole day. I just didn't see this thing coming. I would have never thought it would go down to sub 31 intraday. But it all happened at the same time as the market dipped. Just a big, big dip out of nowhere. I didn't see it coming. I didn't short it. I didn't buy it after that, after the first. It's totally ignored. Now it's gapping down. We'll see. I'll trade a few. If I see a good setup. The SSR is on now, so it's kind of hard to trade. And also I don't want to get into a swing I have to hold over the weekend and pay a lot of fees. APT looks interesting. Again, it's not going away. SCDG, if this thing can go to like 160 today, maybe I'll be interested in a late day fade. SDGR is interesting. Citron had a positive mention yesterday on it, and yeah, if it can go up another 10, 15, 20 bucks, maybe I'll be interested in a potential short. This stamp, I'm taking it off my list. I will be stalking this thing. What? Should we? Oh, they had an upgrade. I thought they had earnings. Upgrade. Okay, that's why this thing is up. A bunch of earnings. I'm not really interested in any of these. EHTH has amazing numbers, but I just can't buy it. You know, it's a triple since October. I just can't buy this thing up here. It needs to pull back and go sideways for at least a month or so, I think. ACMR, yeah, it looks good. The entry was 10th of February. Unfortunately, I got stopped out the day after, but that was the entry. Like sub 39 was the entry. It looks good. Space is in no man's land right now. Just in the middle of a range. Maybe I'll short some opening range lows. I don't know. Yeah, EHDH. Sell the news on this one. SPCE had great numbers, but this is a very thin stock. I can't trade that thing. Yeah, I got this a short yesterday. I had a big trade intraday. I think I was up close to, yeah, pretty much 6 figures on it intraday. I covered some into the flush, and then I covered a bunch before the close, and I still have some. It was a big trade at one point. But it recovered really well, unfortunately. Gold stocks, especially foreign gold stocks, are doing really well right now. Wow, Twix. Let's see if we can get a pullback in the market. Also lowering my stop on Tesla. Ethereum is doing well. Yeah, a lot of things are gapping and crapping. Okay, not that many actually, but a few. Work. I mean, any thoughts? I mean, what do you see here? Just curious. What do you see on work? Are you long biased, short biased? Oh, STGR. Fuck, I missed this thing. I was not paying attention. Maybe there will be a secondary entry if it bounces back to like high 51s. Okay, I'm short some space. Yeah, I mean it is due for a pullback. You know, it gapped like so many other stocks. It gapped higher today, and yeah, I think it needs to build more of a base here. Right now, it's just straight up over the past few weeks. It had a nice breakout, 2 weeks ago from this IPO base, but yeah, it needs to pull back and go sideways for a few weeks. Build a new base. I don't really see anything here. Man, one trade I wish I was in was this Twix from opening range highs. Another one I missed. Fuck. SDGR. Okay, Tesla is now the lows of the day. It is holding up really well though. Have to say, considering how AYX looks like it stopped out of this thing. Took a little bit bigger loss than I had expected when I bought it. AVLR violated yesterday's lows. Okay, if AVLR takes out today's lows, I'm gonna size down a little bit on it. I'm gonna sell a quarter, and if it closes below today's lows, I'm gonna sell half of it. Okay, NIO looks like I got stopped out again. Boom. Yeah, we'll see how this pullback, how stocks act during this pullback. What I'm interested in is seeing which stocks hold up the best. That's really the most interesting thing. Wow, another gold stock just going straight up. Damn, I should have bought Chainag instead of the Palladium ETF. Oh, I just should have bought Chainag. JNUG is up 20% from the trigger, while my Palladium is only up like what, 6% from entry. Big difference. K-Web is breaking down. IMPX looks interesting on the 60-minute chart. Think this thing gets more volume, starts breaking out late day, I may buy it. I'm just gonna put it on my watch list for now. Space is starting to come back to Earth. NIO I got stopped out of. I'm gonna put it back on my watch list. It still looks good. As long as it's hold this rising trend line, which has been acting as support for many months now, you know, it looks good. As long as it holds above that. Wow, Zoom is really pulling back here. AVLR, I got stopped out of a quarter of my shares. I'm just, you know, I don't want to get caught in a pullback with a lot of size and a lot of stuff. And I'm thinking about selling all of Viva, to be honest. I need to free up buying power anyways. I'm gonna sell all of Viva for a nice little profit. Again, I don't want to get caught in a downturn with a lot of exposure to the upside. I'm selling down to my sleeping point. I mean, looking at the weekly chart, you know, there's really no support like 9100 on Nasdaq. Could very easily undercut below the rising 50-day. These fuel cell stocks are overall holding up really well today, to be honest. Yeah, and you know, we're not even down a lot. This is, I mean, we are where we were like, what, Friday last week? I mean, we're barely even down. About 2% from the highs, and everyone's freaking out. That's so funny. It's kind of funny. APT is going. Wait, what? Did Codex really go to 330 yesterday? Wow. I mean, I don't know what to say about this thing. It's just not going away. It's just in a big pattern here. And it had big volume too. They must have released another pump PR. Yep. Late day pump PR like they've been doing for a while now. I'll put it on my watch list. Yeah. They've been seeing a lot of stuff almost every day for the past month. They're just capitalizing on this coronavirus stuff. There's another stock that shamelessly does it every time there's a virus outbreak. It's NNVC. Every time there's a global virus outbreak, they pump the shit out of this thing with PRs. I think Codex is the same. They really have no business. Their only business is selling stock and enriching their management. Okay, SDGR is really strong now. That's it. It couldn't dip more, and it reclaimed VWAP. I really want this thing to go higher, like 70, 80. That would be great. EHDH, I'm taking it off. No, I'm not gonna take it off. Yeah, exactly. Total fluff. That is true. Damn, I wish I was long this Twix right now. Like if the market pulls back, this thing could go up another 50% easily. But the good entry was opening range highs, which also happened to be the highs of yesterday. Yeah, it's interesting to see which stocks hold up the best. That's really what I'm interested in. You know, maybe this will just be a shallow pullback, only lasting, you know, something like we had maybe here, right? Maybe a week or so pullback and sideways, or maybe we get something more serious, something like we got here back in May last year. But the interesting thing is to see which stocks are holding. Yeah, it's too early. It's way too early. Like if it looks good now, and it hasn't even started breaking out yet. It really needs to take out the 630 at least. But it looks good. So far it looks good. But you know, another day of selling in the markets, and this thing will probably break down too. Yeah, I think it's too early. I'm stalking MNK and ENDP. They both look good. Like ENDP is about to reclaim the 200-day moving average. I mean, look at what this thing did last two times it reclaimed the 200-day. Here, back in 2016, up 33% in a few weeks. In 2018, up 70% in like a month or two. So, you know, and now it's just flagging below the 200-day. This thing could double. I think this thing could double, really. from these levels. So I'm stocking it. Buy the dip. I don't buy dips. And I especially wouldn't want to buy the dip if it tanked on earnings. That's a big no-no. That's a big no-no. Okay, let's see. Space found some support. Well, it actually on the 60-minute chart it did put in another higher low. Interestingly enough. We'll see late day. I'm gonna let it bounce here, use a wide stop, and if it starts putting in lower highs and get a range break to the downside, I'll add more. I only have 10,000 right now, 10,000 shares. No, I didn't grab any of those. I did not grab any of those. Well, if they got a new CFO, why would you want to buy this thing if it tanks on earnings? Under promise, over deliver. But what if it doesn't over deliver? What do you do then? What's your exit strategy? Yeah, I don't know. Buying the dip is not really my thing. Not the way I trade. I can't figure out how to buy a dip. Except in really, some certain scenarios when like a big momentum stock pulls back to some, big support area like a moving average or something. But like Tiva, no, ENDP, sorry. Like, I don't know. I'm a simple guy. Like, I draw these red trend lines. Like, if stock breaks above this trend line, I buy. I set a stop. A stop looks like this. And if it breaks below this white line, I sell. That's it. I really don't know anything about anything. I really don't. I really don't know anything. What I do know, though, is that SPCE put in another higher low on the 60-minute chart. And it's probably gonna stop me out. It looks like it. Like if this thing reclaims 35, I'm just gonna cover it, or 34.90 or something. We'll see. We will see. Wait. Thoughts on being long GM and thoughts on short of it. Long-term buy and hold. Long-term buy and hold. I mean, this is definitely not something I would buy long-term. Like all these cyclical, capital-intensive industries, like there are so many better industries to be in. You know, especially like GM, like. They're a laggard in their industry. They're just getting out-innovated everywhere. I don't know. Just stay away from the industry overall, in my opinion. What does Ford look like? Yeah, Ford looks like shit too. You know, these things are just can't get out of their own way. Meanwhile, Tesla. Buy Tesla. No, I'm just kidding. Don't buy Tesla. Or buy a Tesla car, maybe. Yeah, I'm watching this 880 area. You don't see this yellow line. This thing has been support for a long time. If it starts failing that, you know, maybe lows of today even, I may add more. I added on opening range lows. Oh no, sorry, I added at the 890 when it went red. Was it 890? No. 900 I added today. And I may add some more. NHTSA, I don't know what it is. What's NHTSA? Patience? Transport Authority? What does it mean? Like how is it gonna impact Tesla? Well, Tugboat Trader, I haven't stuck with the short. I covered everything last week. Here at 790 or something. I wasn't short during this move higher. I was actually long. I bought it on here. I was actually long for a day or 2 days. Well, you know, I'm just following price action. You know, you had its big move, had a bit top pullback, it started grinding higher. Looked like it was gonna go higher again, but gonna put in another spinning top, just like it did here, right? I'm just playing the, you know, the risk-reward scenarios. But right now, it looks like it's flagging again. So next week, if it breaks above this 912 area, I'm gonna be long, or 913. Determination if autopilot, yeah, but you know, I think it's irrelevant at this point. It's not really, I don't think it's gonna affect it. This trades, you know. If autopilot caused crashes or not, yeah, I mean, at this you know, the news don't really matter at this point on an extreme stock, momentum stock like this. Like, everything could be sell the news or anything could be buy the news. But yeah, was it the 25th? Yeah, I'm gonna keep the. I'm gonna keep. When is it? It's on Tuesday. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it in mind. I'll make sure I have a big profit padding if I'm holding it overnight either way on the 24th, 25th. What's the lows of the day? I'm thinking about adding small Tesla, 882, 880, 883 maybe. And use like a $10 stop on it, or $8 stop or something. 883. How much am I gonna add to it? Tesla. I'll do like 800 shares. I'm not gonna go crazy, just adding some small shares. I'm short 2,200 shares of Tesla. I'll add another 800 so I get the nice 3,000 shares short on it. I think I was short like 3,500 shares yesterday. And the stock went down 40 points from my entry. So that was a really nice trade at the lows, but then it just kind of grinded me back. Codex? Yeah. You know, it needs to take out yesterday's highs for me to buy it, but yeah, it's just not going away. On the other end, this Sava was also hanging in there for like for over a month, and then it just kind of started fading off. So maybe Codex has the same fate. APT looks good though. What's Lake doing? Wow, Lake has also breathed. Oh man, wow. Ultra thin though. Sienna, yeah, it is a choppy stock. It's a very choppy stock. I wouldn't trade it. Sudden acceleration. Or maybe the drivers just couldn't handle the acceleration. They pushed the gas pedal too hard, because those things are. I drove the Model X Performance. It's just it's crazy. The acceleration is just crazy. Maybe it's just the drivers couldn't handle it. Went through the garage door, destroying 2 garage doors. The Tesla stopped when it hit the garage's concrete wall. These guys are just blaming Tesla. They can't handle the power of the cars. Bullshit. Well, we'll see what the February 25th. Okay. Okay, we'll see. I don't know, man. I don't know. I bet there are people who couldn't handle the acceleration and drove into something, and they're blaming the autopilot. They're blaming the car. There has to be some people out there. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the date in mind. Thanks, man. Could be a potential trading opportunity, depending on how it acts to the news. Like if the news are good, right, and the stock starts going down, that could be a potential short, like add to a short or something. Because then the stock really shows its true face if it starts going down on good news, like if they're cleared from the accident. Oh, sorry, Skip City, M and K, earnings the 25th. Okay. That's on Tuesday. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't care if it breaks out on earnings or if it breaks out. Okay, so if the earnings are on 25th, I would prefer it doesn't break over this 530, 550 area before that. But yeah, if it breaks out on earnings, I will buy this thing. I think it looks great. Yeah, Skip City. Yeah, absolutely. I would buy it. Okay, Tesla is about to take out this little range here. It's been building since yesterday. It's 882. Okay, I just shorted another 800 shares. I'm not gonna use. I'm gonna use a pretty tight stop on it, like $7, $8, something like that. 889. Okay. Like either it can break down or it can't break down. Maybe just finding support again. 890, 890. Yeah, so far no juice. 893. Oh, SDGR. Damn it, I missed it. Again. Fuck. I'm getting sloppy. I'm getting really sloppy. Really slow. Slow and sloppy. I don't know. Yeah, there was an add point here like 5150, 51 area. When it failed VWAP and failed to reclaim it. Put in another lower highs. Damn, I should have paid attention. I should have paid attention. Instead I was focusing on Tesla. Which is not going lower. Twix is the only one that I really wish I traded today. Oh, I'm gonna clean up some backwatch lists because I'm at 21st of January. This is from today. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, it's a coronavirus stock. Other coronavirus. Roku just lost its 200 day. Whoa. Okay. Interesting. Would be interesting to see if it can undercut and reclaim, or if this is the start of a leg lower. Another coronavirus name. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one, I think. Another one. Beyond Meat. Could not go this time either. But it is building a nice little base here. When's the earnings? Next Thursday. Okay. NVAX is another coronavirus stock. It's flagging really nicely here. I'm gonna put it on my watch list. VXRT. Holy shit, this thing looks great. If this coronavirus plays start breaking out, there are several really good looking ones. Codex, VXRT, NVAX, APT maybe. Wow, interesting. If you wonder what happened to my SDNE that I had been long for like 3 months, I sold it last week somewhere. Somewhere here, like 10th or something. I think 10th of February. And obviously I sold it at the lows. Fucking idiot. Oh, I just got so bored with it. Like everything was going up except for my SDNE. So I sold it, and I literally sold it the day when it had the lowest print, and since then it bounced. Oh, I hate this stock. So frustrating. Oh, I really hate holding stocks that go sideways in a market where like everything seems to go higher. Oh. Okay, this Tesla is holding up really well. Wow, Brazil looks like shit. Oh, what's this? This thing is up 128% today. Okay. This ACMR, someone asked about it this AM. It looks relentless. There's higher lows all the way. Again, I bought it like last week and got stopped out the day after. But yeah, if it can go sideways for another, 3 to 5 days here, it could potentially be pretty nice setup. Thin stock, but you know. January 24th. Heck, I'll do the 28th of January also. Not a lot of stocks. I'm gonna get stopped out of my Tesla ad. Yeah, it could break down below that yellow line. Good thing I did tiny size on that. VXRT. Volume has dried up. I was long 200,000 shares of this thing 2 weeks ago. Or was it 3 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago. But man, if this thing can break out on volume, I'll be back 100,000 shares at least. Maybe, you know, this thing could easily double. NIO. Put in another higher low on the 60-minute chart. That's a good sign. Like a lot of stocks, they're just really coiled. And it's so easy to find the strong ones when the market pulls back. You can just see them holding support levels. Yeah, Zoom, if it closes below this 101.49, I will size down. I'll sell like a quarter or a third of what I have left. I've already sold like a third, I think, into strength. Or no, a quarter. Yeah, I'll sell another quarter or a third. If it doesn't close as strong as I want it to close. SC looks really strong. It's just riding this purple line, the 10 period line on the 60-minute chart. They can't bring it below it. It's constant buying. Plug looks good. Found support on this rising yellow line. Workhorse looks good. Yeah, you know, look at what happened. As soon as the market gets some upticks, and a lot of these stocks, they just bounce off support. BLDP, it's after its dip yesterday, it's been building higher lows. Okay. You know, it's important to pay attention to price action. Really, you know, the biggest lesson I've learned over the years is less news and more price action. Less news, less opinions, and more price action. That's really the biggest lesson I've learned over the years. Pay attention to all these small details. Just get a feel for the market, get a feel for the stocks. This is why I really never take a day off. I haven't taken a day off since 2013. It doesn't mean you have to trade every day, but I really think it's important to be there and just follow the actions, just get a feel for the market. I think it's really important for the type of trading I'm doing, that is. IQ is an interesting. Oh, they report. Yeah, okay, never mind. Hopefully this thing can set up nicely into earnings. Even in the summer? Yes, even in the summer. Like, it doesn't mean I'm constantly looking at the screens, no, but I'll check in every hour or so. You know, I may just trade the first 30, 45 minutes and then I go, you know, go do something else. Maybe I'll go, you know, eat at a restaurant or something or whatever. Hang out with friends. But I just bring my laptop and just check in every hour or so, like for, you know, just 10 minutes, you know. Look at my positions, look at my watch list, look at my scans. And then I just close the lid and, you know, keep doing what I was doing. It's not like I'm constantly sitting in front of the computer. But yeah. Nope. Because the thing is, if you take like say you take a week off, because in trading your profits, it's not like a regular job. Like you make the same amount of money every week, every month, right? Unless you get a raise, but you don't get a raise like maybe even every year. Your income is constant, but in trading, like 1 week could make your whole year. And if you're on vacation that week, well, congrats to you. Hope you enjoyed the vacation. You just never know. I can't. I've tried to, you know, not look at the markets, but I can't. I'm too obsessed. Some people, they can just shut it off. I can't. So, you know, everyone has to find something that works for them. That's the most important thing. It doesn't really matter what you do and how you do it. In the markets, there's like literally a million ways making money in the market, but this is what works for me. Something that fits my personality. Well, I'm gonna do my last scan and then I'm gonna cut the stream and do something else. I am still watching this SPCE for a potential breakdown below this 3320 later. It's building a range here between 3320 and 3430-ish. And if it can put in a tight range with some more higher lows and it breaks below it, I'll add another 10,000 shares. This thing could easily pull back another, $7-8 from these levels easily, or 5 to 7, say. We'll see. Okay, so not a lot of stuff in my scans. Obviously, since the market is down. Okay, never mind. There were actually a few things here. And if the markets close weak, like maybe take out the lows of the day, etc., I will probably size down on a bunch of stocks, a bunch of my longs, depending on how they act, obviously. But yeah, today is the kind of day I could easily cut my long exposure by. I've already cut it a little bit with the AYX, which I got stopped out of, and also this AVLR, or whatever the name is, that I sized down on a little bit. But I could cut my exposure by another third easily, if things don't act well. But so far, most of my stocks are doing really well. I can't really complain. Ethereum is doing well. What's Ethereum doing? ETH/USD. Yeah, so this is the Ethereum chart in USD. It looks good. It's just flagging here. Looks like a nice little bull flag. Wow, I can't believe this thing went from 1400 to 82 in a year. Wow. That is one hell of a pullback. I think I own some of this thing in my Coinbase account. I think I bought like 10,000 worth. Problem is I bought it after the big move. I bought it somewhere here, I think, like March last year. Or 2 years ago, sorry. March 2 years ago. At that one point, I must have been down like 75% on it. Oh my god. What's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin has to look about the same, right? Yeah, it almost looks identical. I'm also starting this GBTC in case Bitcoin gets some more momentum. I really want to buy this thing. Unfortunately, I missed it here on the 1020, 1030 break, which was a really nice break on the weekly chart, or this 1040 even, 1030, 1040. But yeah, if it can flag nicely, maybe next week or the week after, there will be another potential buying opportunity in this thing. And it's a nice one. This one you can actually buy some size. Yeah, okay. That's it for today and for this week. Thanks for joining, and have a great weekend, everyone. And I'll see you on Monday.